Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel with another new video. I hope you all are fine and doing great. This is me here, Miss Nimra Anwar, a practitioner psychologist from a clinical setting. Before watching the full video, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon. If you are a psychology student doing your clinical internship somewhere or preparing your clinical case reports, etc., or if you are a practitioner psychologist, then this video is very important for you because in today's short video, we will learn about EMDR therapy. Before this, you have learned a lot about CBT as cognitive behavioral therapy, DBT dialectical behavior therapy, REBT rational emotive behavior therapy, hypnotherapy, etc. But EMDR is very important in the way that it is specially used for PTSD clients, post-traumatic stress disorders, and other traumatic events where clinicians use this therapeutic technique to recover the patient. I already have uploaded two important videos on CBT and DBT's overview on my this YouTube channel. You can find it in playlist of psychotherapy, or I also have added the links of these two videos in the description box of this particular video of EMDR therapy. Let's begin the topic, but here one important instruction to mention is that if you are doing some other task while watching this video, then stop doing it and give some focused minutes to this video so that you can learn EMDR therapy in a better way. Let's begin by its historical background. You will really get astonished about knowing it. In 1987, Francine Shapiro was walking in the park when she realized that eye movements appear to decrease the negative emotion associated with her own distressing memories. Means in 1987, when Shapiro was walking in the park, she realized that about some eye movements, and later on, she named these moments as EMDR therapy. She assumed that eye movements had a desensitizing effect, and when she experimented with this, she found that others also had the same response to eye movements. It became apparent, however, that eye movements by themselves didn't create comprehensive therapeutic effects, and so Shapiro added other treatment elements, including a cognitive component, and developed a standard procedure that she called eye movement desensitization. If we look at the definition of EMDR, then in a very simple way, I will tell you eye movement desensitization and reprocessing therapy is a mental health treatment technique. This method involves the moving your eyes in a specific way while you process the traumatic memories. EMDR's goal is to heal from trauma or other distressing life experiences. EMDR therapy is globally used to treat the patients. EMDR is an individual therapy typically delivered 1 to 2 times per week for a total of 6 to 12 sessions. Although some people benefit from fewer sessions too, sessions can be conducted on consecutive days. Number of sessions or treatment plan differs from patient to patient or situation to situation. As I have mentioned earlier in this video that EMDR therapy is particularly for PTSD, but PTSD often occurs after experiences such as military combat, physical assault, rape, or car accident, or any other traumatic event which is disturbing the life cycle. So, EMDR therapy directly focuses on that particular distressing memory that is intended to change the way that the memory is stored in the brain, thus reducing and eliminating the problematic symptoms. This therapy is performed in 8 stages, or you can say that there are 8 phases of EMDR therapy. That means that how to plan this session to conduct this EMDR therapy. These 8 phases are history and treatment planning. Number two, preparation. Number three, assessments. Number four, desensitization. Number five, installation. Number six, body scan. Seven is closure, and eighth one is re-evaluation. If we briefly define these 8 phases of EMDR therapy, then in history and treatment planning, the therapist and client work together to identify targets for treatment. Targets include past memories, current triggers, and future goals. Means what is the past distressing memory which is causing psychological disturbance in patient's life? What are the current triggers? Means what are the triggering factors present in his or her surrounding, and what are the future goals? So, discuss in history and treatment planning. It is a discussion of client's history and develop a treatment plan with attention to traumatic events to reprocess. Right. So, in at the stage two, preparation stage. In this stage, the therapist offers an explanation for the treatment and introduces the client to the procedures practicing the eye movement. Means here the name indicates preparation stage means to prepare the client for the procedure. Furthermore, at this stage of preparation, therapist establish a therapeutic alliance, explains EMDR therapy process and set expectations, address the client's concerns and questions, prepare clients with specific techniques to cope with emotional disturbance that may arise. Whereas at stage 3, assessment stage, you can also remember it with the name. The third phase of EMDR is assessment, which means to activate the memory that is being targeted in the session by identifying and assessing each of the memory components, including images, beliefs, feelings, and sensations. The therapist establishes initial measures as baselines before reprocessing subjective units of distress SUD and validity of cognition VOC. These two components are very important, SUDs and VOCs. SUD means subjective unit of distress, whereas VOC means validity of cognition. And here we use the rating scale rating scales. Subjective unit of distress, here the therapist takes measurements on the scale from 0 to 10, whereas on VOC the rating is from 1 to 7. Here to remember is that with each target at the stage of assessment, as a therapist, we want to know is the worst part about that memory, an image, a sound, a feeling, the body sensations associated with the memory, the emotions associated with the memory, the negative cognition about yourself, means about the client connected with this memory. For example, the client says that I am in danger. The subjective unit of disturbance SUD, the level of disturbance on a scale of 0 to 10, the positive cognition that would rather believe about the client, about yourself when you think about this memory. For example, it's over, I am safe now, means the positive cognition which we will install in the client at the further stages. The validity of cognition VOC, how much do you believe the positive cognition on a scale of 1 to 7. 1 meaning it doesn't feel true at all, and 7 means it feels completely true. Means the validity of cognitions are rated at the scale of 1 to 7. 1 means completely false, whereas 7 means completely true. Whereas SUD, subjective unit of distress, after the client has named the emotion he or she is feeling, the clinician asks on a scale of 0 to 10, where is on a scale of 0 to 10, that means that where is no 0 is no disturbance and 10 is the highest disturbance. So at the stage of assessment or when we desensitize the client, these two ratings are very important, which will proceed our EMDR therapy in a successful way. Phase 4 is desensitization. Name indicates that at the time of desensitization, the therapist begin eye movements, taps or other dual attention BLS, means bilateral stimulation, while client thinks about the traumatic event. Focus on decreasing client's SUD until it reduces to 0 or 1 if appropriate, allowing new thoughts, images, feelings, and sensations to emerge. At stage 5, installation, this is very important because installation means to install a positive belief in client. Installation strengthen a positive belief that the client wants to associate with the target event until it feels completely true. For example, as we discussed that at the stages of assessment or preparation or history and treatment planning, when we desensitize the client and begin the eye movements, here the client SUD may rates between 0 to 10. It may be 5, it may be 7 or 10 even. So when the SUD reduces to 0, 1, 0 or even 1 if appropriate, then we install here a positive belief in the client to replace that memory, or in contrary to this memory, particular emotion or feeling which client is feeling about about the distressing event. Installation of a positive belief or thought in client is very important. At stage 6, body scan, the client is asked to hold in mind both the target event and the positive belief. While scanning the body from head to toe, process any lingering disturbance from the body with dual attentions as BLS, means bilateral stimulation. In body scan, the client is asked or instructed that to hold in mind both the target events, one means target event, and the positive beliefs while scanning the body from head to toe, while remembering the installed positive belief and remembering or recalling that particular targeted event. The careful body scanning of client is very important because for the client and therapist, because this step or this stage or phase will lead towards the closure of this therapy session. So at the stage 7, closure stage, the therapist assists clients to return to a state of calm in the present moment, whether the reprocessing is complete or not. Reprocessing of an event is complete when the client feels neutral about it, right? Here, remember this thing while applying EMDR therapy, that reprocessing of an event is complete when the client feels neutral about it, means when the SUD subjective unit of distress is at 0, or the client feels neutral, the positive belief feels completely true, VOC 7, and the body is completely clear of disturbance, means the therapy session, this EMDR therapy session cannot be ended, cannot be closed until unless the SUD subjective unit of distress is on 0 and VOC validity of cognition is on 7 and the body is completely clear of disturbance. At the stage 8 or the 8th phase of EMDR therapy is re-evaluation. This name indicates at the beginning of each new session, therapist and client discuss recently processed memory to ensure that distress is still low and positive cognition is so strong. Future targets and directions of continued treatment are determined at this stage of re-evaluation. EMDR therapy is really helpful for the clients with distressing event or PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and it is really easy to apply if you remember these 8 phases of EMDR therapy, because this set of therapy, this EMDR therapy, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing therapy is really structured and it continues step by step. And all these phases, stages, or steps of EMDR therapy, 8 phases of EMDR therapy are discussed shortly in this video. You can master this therapy by practice. I hope that this video has added a value in your daily learning. So let's end this video here. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Must like this video, share with other psychology students, and stay blessed, stay connected. Allah Hafiz.